Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League Spike Magazine Trophy. We're in week number 5. It's the final game of week 5. In fact, 9 weeks in regulation. So this is a very important team. This is a very important week for all teams involved. Tonight, we're going to have a Division B matchup. It's going to be the Discomancers versus the Gunner Gitz, Ian versus Cobblestorm, Necro versus Goblins. Let's take a look at the standings before we take a look at the two teams. Over in Division A at the end of the week, the NC Snakes are in first place. That is Moob's Dark Elf team. They are 4-0-0. Followed by Festoon's MAML Nightmare. They're a Necro team. They are 3-2-0. And Tizzle Bizzle's Tizork Savage Boys are in third. They're an Orc team. They are 2-2-0. SP Beaver, welcome to the stream. Just tuning in. Did I miss anything during the 16-hour stream? Nope. I have been non-stop since 5 a.m. We had a game this morning at 6. After that, I was working, and then I was working, and now I'm doing this. In Division B, currently in first place are the Pip Stars, coached by Dead Fred. They're a Lizardman team. They're 4-0-1. And they're followed by the Believe Broncos in second place. This is BB Nuts Nurgle team. This is the team we saw this morning. They're 3-1-0. With the Remnants of Valor currently in third. That's SP vs. Human team. They're 3-1-1. And finally, over in Division C, we have the Goodest Boys Strike Back in first place. This is Old Gamer Mike's Necromantic Horror team. They are 3-2-0 in this competition. They're followed by Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire. They're a Lizardman team. They're 3-0-1. And the Fishy Fiends are in third place. That's Ajax's Chaos Renegades team. They are 2-1-1. The home team for this evening will be the Discomancers. 12 players on this Necro roster. That brings their TV up to the middle ground, closing in on high ground of 1,490,000 gold. They have both flesh golems, 2 ghoul runners, 2 werewolves, 2 wraiths, and a handful of linemen. Not one dedicated fan, 1 cheerleader. You know what? I really, truly respect this. Thank you very much, Ian, for picking up the cheerleader. 1 cheerleader, 4 dedicated fans, and 4 rerolls. They're going to be up against the Goblins of the Gunner Gitz, coached by Cobblestorm. Lots of players on this roster. 15 on the roster. Number 12, Gonna Get Pieback, is not going to be participating in tonight's game due to an injury. That's going to bring the TV for the Gunner Gitz to 1,135,000 gold. That's 355,000 gold in petty cash going to the Goblins tonight. We'll talk about what they'll do with that in just a second. They have a Hooligan. They have a Fanatic. They have a Loony. They have 2 train trolls. They get 2 big guys on this roster and a whole bunch of linemen rounding out this 15-player roster. 1 apothecary, 5 dedicated fans, just 2 rerolls. How are these two teams going to play tonight? The Necro team, we've talked about this before. They've got the 4 ball carriers on the roster, and these are going to be very, very important for the Discomancers. The 2 ghoul runners and the 2 werewolves, these are the only effective ball carriers they have. The wraiths, they don't have any hands. The zombies are very slow. The flesh golems are very slow. It's down to these 4 pieces. If they all get removed, the Discomancers are going to be in trouble, and there's going to be a lot of shenanigans in play. That's how Goblin teams work. They are shenanigans. They are shenaniganery. They have lots of secret weapons. They get cheap bribes. We'll talk about them in just a minute, but the Discomancers need to keep these 4 players safe, particularly against the Fanatics and against the Loonies of the Goblin team. These werewolves, their claws, Cobblestorm, welcome to the stream, shenaniganers, yes. These werewolves' claws, not going to be much of an effect tonight unless they're going up against the big guys, and I doubt they will. Claws treats everybody's AV as an 8+, but good news, the Goblins are 8+ already. But these werewolves are great ball carriers. They're great blitzers with Frenzy. One of them has block and dodge, also has tackle. Tackle negates dodge. That'll be a big help in tonight's matchup. And they can get to where they need to be. They can lend the assist. They can punch players. Again, with Frenzy, you're getting more dice on your blocks effectively. 2 die blocks can turn into 4 die blocks. 3 die blocks can turn into 6 die blocks. Difficult to position them, though, and positioning is going to be very key for these players, because if a werewolf is thrown to the wolves, so to speak, if that werewolf is sent out there and the Goblin team is able to get a block with a Fanatic or a Loony, it's curtains for these werewolves. So The Discomancers do have to be very, very careful with these werewolves, particularly because of that frenzy skill. The Ghoul Runners, a little more reliable due to positioning, but they don't get as many dice. Both of them are blodgers, which is great. One of them has sidestep as well, and sure hands, which is going to make, that's number 3. That's going to make Lafreak the natural ball carrier for this roster tonight. 2 flesh golems can stand firm. They can try to control center pitch. They are going to be going up against 2 trained trolls. Well, maybe not most importantly, but this right here, kick. This is an underrated skill that more coaches need to respect, because this. Especially in a matchup like this where you have a lot of speed and your opponent doesn't have a lot of speed, or vice versa, you could put that ball where you want it to be. For example, if you're up against a Dwarven team, right, or even this Goblin team, but if you're up against a Dwarven team, they have an MA of 4, maybe you kick that ball deep and you have a lot of speed, then you just rush them down. You make them engage all the way at their end of the pitch, or maybe you know, they have a couple players back and you do a shallow kick and you say, you're speed to come up to the ball, but I do. A very important skill. Kick really makes a kick much more reliable than a standard deviation on a D6. Very underrated skill. The Goblin team tonight, this team right here, boy, I love Goblins. I don't like play. I'm terrible at coaching Goblins. But I'm terrible at coaching anything. but they're a lot of fun. I love watching Goblin teams. Lots of tricks up their sleeve. That's what Goblins do. You can see they have a natural Fowler in the Hooligan. The Hooligan is Dirty Player, has Dirty Player +1. The Fanatic has a ball and chain. The Loony has a chainsaw. That chainsaw, if they take a block, they're not rolling block dice. It's just a straight armor roll. They get a +3 on. The Fanatic, when they roll their block dice, they can do it up to 3 times. They're going to choose an orthogonal direction to go, and then they're going to randomly move in one of those 3 spaces in that direction, and they can do that up to 3 times. They have a massive strength of 7. They're often getting 3-die blocks, and not only do they hit players that are prone, they can hit players that are, players that are standing, but they can hit players that are prone as well. These are 2 really, really scary pieces. The Fanatic, however, if you can get a knockdown on the Fanatic, it's an automatic removal, and that Loony has a couple of things going against it. One, the chainsaw requires them to roll a d6. On a 1, that chainsaw is going to kick back on them, and whenever they are knocked down, they get a 3+ on their armor roll, but if they're knocked down, that 3+ applies to them. So it's tricky to keep them alive, but boy, when you do, and especially if they get to fight first, man, they can start removing players very, very quickly. The 2 Ghoul Runners, the 2 Werewolves have to be protected, or else it's curtains for the Necro team tonight. Otherwise, this Goblin team, they're going to start removing, or they're going to start losing players as this game continues. But that's why the roster's 15, right? That's why they have so many pieces. With 355,000 gold in petty cash, I imagine that's going to be a fungus. That's another ball and chain. That's another Fanatic, so to speak. Bomber, Dribble Snot. They get a bomber out of it as well. They're both secret weapons as well. Again, the secret weapons can only stay on the pitch for a single drive, but bribes are super cheap for this Goblin team. They're only 50,000 gold. That leaves a lot of money with a bomber and a fungus. I think it's 225 left over. 150 gets you all the not fouls. What do they call it? It's been a very long day. All the bribes you need. So there are a number of options. They could go for maybe a more of a heavy hitter. They could also go for the weather. Also go for a wizard. But I think we're going to see the 2 stars and some bribes. 355,000 gold. It is a rainy, rainy day to close out the week here. Riot, Spire, Electric Span, Moob, welcome all to the stream. Spire says he's going to go with Varag Gulchur instead. Yeah, so that's the big star player they can pick up here. Mighty Blow and Block on Varag. Also has a strength of 4. Going to pick up just the 1 bribe and assistant coach. Varag Gulchur ready to play in the rain. Here's the coin toss. I think whoever wins the coin toss is going to be on offense to start in this matchup. Yes, indeed. The Goner Gitz win the coin toss. They're going to choose to be on offense so they can strike first. So you can see pouring rain. They give you a -1 to all of your passing stuff. It's a -1 to catches. It's a -1 to pickups, and it's a -1 to interceptions as well, or pass interference rolls. I shouldn't say all the passing stuff because it's not a -1 to passing. That's very sunny. All right. 3 on the line for the defense, and now the Gunna gets to set up their offense. Just the 2 rerolls for this Goblin team. Oh, it has been a long day. It has been a long day. I have been nonstop since 5 a.m. Oh, man. SP Beaver says, I need this Goblin team to get injured enough that the players miss 6 games, but somehow no TV change. Old Gamer Mike says, I hope it's very sunny or raining my game versus the Elves. Yeah, certainly hampering the passing game will help you significantly against Elven teams. 4 on the line here for the Gunna Gitz as they have 55 seconds left to set up their formation, lest they dip into the bonus clock. Gonna get good on the line in the right tackle position. Iron Cynic rooting for this Goblin offense. You can see Gonna Get Smart, the number 3 Fanatic, right there in the center position. Now down to 3 on the line. It's all 3 of the high strength players. The 2 big guys have the strength of 5. Of course, the Fanatic has a strength of 7. Where's my man Varag? Where'd you go, bro? There he is, number 12. Varag Gulchir, strength of 5. Mighty Blow +1 has a block skill as well. Has jump up. I'm sorry. Has okay. What is that? This pitch is dangerous. Are those bottles? Oh no, an officious ref. Who does he hate? He hates. Gotta get ethical. Gotta get ethical is gonna be knocked to the ground here. Ball kicked to the 18-yard line. Midfield here, and now turn 1 underway. Yeah, but he has jump up here. I keep wanting to call it leap up for some reason. He has jump up. He has that big strength of 5. AV of 10 plus is great. Decent agility as well. 3-die block by the Fanatic's going to be a push. So what he's doing here is here's where the Fanatic is. He's choosing an orthogonal direction. This way, this way, this way, or this way. And then, let's say he chose this way, then randomly, he's going to go into this space, or this space. And you can do that up to 3 times. He'll knock over anybody that gets in his way, friend or foe, standing or prone. With a strength of 7, it is very, very easy to get a 3-die block. 7v3 is a guaranteed 3-die without any assists. 3-die block by Varag, a 3-die blitz by Varag gets a both standing result here. Telestrator of Doom, that's right. Blitz has been spent. Keeping the Looney in the halfback position, pulling some players back to defend this ball for the ball pickup. It'll be a 3+. I'm sorry, it'll be a 4+ pickup in the rain. .50-50 pickup doesn't work out. Won't spend the re-roll here. That'll be a turnover. Well, it's going to bounce 1 space forward. Turn 1 back to the Discomancers. Why wouldn't he spend the re-roll, you might ask, if you're new to this game? You have to. These re-rolls change odds so dramatically, right? On a D6, if I have a 50-50 chance of success and I get to re-roll it and choose one of those results, I now have a 75% chance of success. That's a huge difference, right? So these re-rolls are very, very valuable. And if you're going to spend it, you really have to ask yourself, am I getting the value? Am I getting their worth? If spending that reroll gets you nothing, it's just not worth it. So you save the reroll. You can see here, whether he's holding onto the ball here or not, this ball is pretty safe. Not going to spend one of those precious rerolls on it just to get it into his hands. Pressure already down the left wide zone by Pup Funkadelic, the number 5 werewolf. SP Beaver says, so you're saying a reroll is basically the same as if we cut a die in half and just rolled that? Yep, that's exactly how that works. Festoon, welcome to the stream. Von Rue, welcome to the stream. More pressure over in the left wide zone. 2 of those 4 speedy players now on the opposing side of the pitch. Boogie Feverish, the number 4 Ghoul Runner, and Pup Funkadelic, the number 5 Werewolf over in the left wide zone. Von Rue says, Goblins, let's go! Iron Cynic, welcome to the stream. Both coaches with identical records. They are separated by touchdowns scored. A win for either team will advance them into 4th place in Division B. Turn and 2 now for the Gunner Gitz. Good knockdown on the Looney. Got the stun on the Looney. Wasn't able to remove that that secret weapon. Secret weapons are only on the pitch for a single drive. It takes one full drive for the ref to catch on that they're not quite doing something that's legal. For the Looney that's wielding a chainsaw, for the Fanatic that's wielding that ball and chain. Oh, I'm so tired. I've been so busy today that I had ice cream for lunch. That was my lunch. All right, so swinging that Fanatic, gonna get smart. In a bit of a retreat here. Mark's Boogie Feverish was trying to target that Ghoul Runner, but didn't get anything out of it. 2-die Blitz gets a push on Disco Stud. Remember, this ball and chain, if it gets knocked down, it's an automatic removal. Gonna Gitz have the one bribe. You can use the bribe in a number of ways. You can bribe the ref if you get called off the pitch on a foul. You can bribe the ref when the ref calls off one of your secret weapons. But also in lieu of bribing, or in addition to, I should say, you can argue the call with the ref. So when the ref calls you off for a foul or for a secret weapon, you can argue with the ref and say, actually, was it a foul? That's a D6 roll. On a 6, you succeed, and you convince the ref that you were right. Anything else is a failure. On a 1, the ref is not only unconvinced by your argument, but he ejects you as the coach as well. And here's a foul. Good foul by the hooligan. Wow, great removal here to get rid of Bony Mutt. One of those 3 players we talked about in the pregame out of the game. Very good removal here by the Gunner Gitz. Sizzle Bizzle, demanding death, welcome to the stream. Ball is now caged up on the 10-yard line. Very good foul by Cobblestorm. Blitz by the one remaining werewolf on the front left corner of the cage here. He's going to get the knockdown thanks to the block skill. Looking for an 8+. Would have had to have followed up with Frenzy, but obviously, well, maybe it's not obvious, but on a both down, or on yeah, it's called both down. On a both down result, that doesn't result in a push. The player's knocked down right where he is, and so the werewolf will stay in place. "45 seconds ago in turn 2 for the Discomancers. They're applying some heavy pressure on these goblins. They're gonna dodge out. Boogie Feverish at some point here. "23 seconds ago in the turn. Front of the cage, marked by 3 Necro players. There's the dodge. And now Boogie Feverish, the number 4 Ghoul Runner, trying to get in on this cage. Turn 3 for the Goner Gitz. Old Gamer Mike says, the wolf not regenning hurts. Yes, so the Necro team here, they can't field an apothecary. That's because they're a regen team. Many of their players have the regeneration trait. That means if they suffer a casualty, they roll a d6 on a 4+, they don't actually suffer that casualty. Whoever calls it, gotta get smart, just sort of swinging his way off the pitch. Whoever caused the casualty still gets the SPP for it. SPP in this game stands for Star Player Points. Those are the experience points of Blood Bowl. But the casualty is not actually suffered by the player who regens. Instead, they go into the reserve box and they're ready for the next drive. Gonna Gitz look to be shifting this ball to the left. Yeah, to the left here. Well done. Lateral move to the left. Vara Gulchur blitz to try to cover the front left corner of the cage. Gets the knockdown. No armor break. There it is. 40 seconds ago here in turn 3. 2-die block against Maurice Gibb way down across the line of scrimmage. Gets the knockdown. Looking for the 8+ with Mighty Blow. Doesn't get an armor break there. Mighty Blow gives you a +1 to your armor roll. And if you don't need it for that, you get a +1 to your injury roll. A push by the other troll. Goblins, one of the relatively few teams with multiple big guys. There are a number of teams that have multiple big guys. The Goblins can have these 2 trolls. You have Chaos Renegades. They can have 3 big guys out of a choice of 4 different kinds of big guys. You have foul, multiple dodge, foul, failed the rush here. You always fail the rush. My goodness, this guy is putting in work. Gotta get ethical. Another removal on a Kaz. Disco stud off the pitch. Where is the ref? Replays of Core, welcome to the stream. Shame Stone, welcome to the stream. Where is the regen? Yeah. Gotta get a chiropractor. Turn 3 for the Discomancers. Wraith's going to move over and mark the front right corner of the cage. The Wraiths do not have any hands. They cannot be ball carriers, but they come with block and sidestep. They also have a foul appearance. I think they look lovely. But we saw BB Nut this morning use that to great effect with the Nurgle team. This foul appearance trait means you roll, or mutation means you roll a d6, and on a if you block or blitz that player, you roll a d6. On a 1, you refuse to touch them. They're disgusting. So that can be huge, especially when it's a blitz. A blitz is a once per turn action. You declare the blitz first, then you roll that die, and it turns out you've lost your blitz for the turn. Speaking of blitz, Pup Funkadelic on the blitz here. Gets a push into a 2-die frenzy follow-up. It's going to get the knockdown. I'm going to get healthy. Is he going to get healthy? We'll find out. Yeah, no problem. He's going to stay on his feet. Ten seconds to go for the Discomancers in turn number 3. SP Beaver says, Goblin teams scare me too. I thought they were a joke team until I got goblined last tournament. I don't know if I'd really say any team in Blood Bowl is a joke team. There are certain teams that are better than others, I think, of course. An eye for an eye coming up. Wow, an eye for an eye indeed. And the ref's not going to call this player off either. Where are you, ref? It's a game of fouls. Nobody's playing fair. Yeah, I don't know if there's a joke team per se in Blood Bowl. At least not in like the fighting game way. Like fighting games have like joke characters that are just, they're not even meant to be played seriously. 3-die blitz by Vara Ghoulchewer. Gets a both standing result. Well, he's going to choose the dodge skill. Of course he is. He's going to free up the ball carrier. SP Beaver says, I will reiterate, we have the highest quality reps in all of Blood Bowl. Replays, of course, says the ball is secondary in this game. Who needs the ball? Y'all need to worry about staying alive. Minute 4 on the clock here for the Goner Gitz. Top of the 4th. They're going to move the ball across the line of scrimmage to the opposing 2-yard line. Good 3+ dodge by Gonna Get RPS PECT. Another good dodge there. If that dodge failed, they get a free reroll thing. Well, actually, he dodged away from Pup Funkadelic, I think, was the tackle skill. Tackle would negate the dodge skill, but otherwise you get a free reroll on a failed dodge. And the Looney is going to go back across the line of scrimmage to Goner Gitz on half of the pitch. 2 good dodges by Gonna Get Healthy. Trying to control the left wide zone. Turn 4 now for the Discomancers. Final turn of the first quarter coming up. Discomancers already feeling the pain here, losing 2 positionals. One of their werewolves, one of their flesh golems. Flesh golems have a strength of 4. They also have stand firm, meaning when they get blocked, if they were to be pushed back, they can trigger stand firm and stay right where they are. Good armor break on the troll here. Oh, thank you for the kind words, Spire. I appreciate it. It was fun. I was glad we did it. I'm exhausted, but I'm glad we did it. Yeah, I'm very, very tired. No, I failed. Boy, that scared me so much. A failed dodge here by Pup Funkadelic. Breaks armor and is stunned. Second quarter begins here for the Goner Gitz. They have a free ball right now. Got to be very careful how I word that. 3-die blitz by Varag Ghoulchewer. Gets the knockdown thanks to the block skill. Another armor break. Mighty blows into a stun. Spire says, guess where the next foul is. I have to wonder. Somewhere probably over... Probably right there, maybe? Right here. I think. Fnatic moves in to get an assist against Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, the number 8 Wraith. Level 2 Wraith picks up the guard skill. Guard allows you to lend an assist whether you are marked or not. It's a great skill. Here's that foul, that werewolf foul. Looking for the 9+. Doesn't get the 9+. And doesn't get called off the pitch. You can see dirty player here. This is mighty blow for fouling. So this is going to give you a +1 to your armor or injury roll for a foul. You can also get assists on a foul. Each assist effectively treats the fouled player's AV as 1 less. 3-die blitz by the Fnatic. Gets the knockdown. No armor break on Boogie Feverish. And now is going to move back toward the line of scrimmage. SB Beaver says, Telestrator of Doom. Did I just kill someone? Would that be a crime? I mean, it must be a crime, right? Like, if I knew drawing on the screen would kill someone, surely that's a crime. I'm waiting for someone to say, yeah, it's, you may have heard of it. It's called murder. Turn 5 now for the Discomancers. 4 turns left to try to stop this score. 2-die block against the Looney. Breaks armor. Remember, it's a 3+ with that chainsaw. It also affects the Looney when it gets knocked down. There's the armor break. Only gets a stun out of it. But, I mean, the stun on turn 5, not bad, I think. Not bad. It depends. Did the ref see you draw? I was supposed to go to the World Board Gaming Championship next week, and I, due to life stuff, I decided to cancel, and now I'm starting to regret it. I don't think I don't know, man. I think it's one of those things where if I went, I would regret going, but if I don't go, I would regret not going, you know? 2-die blitz gets a push out of this, a dodge push against Gotta Get Healthy. It's going to follow up and mark the ball carrier. Ninja Gloppy, welcome to the stream. Ooh, life, yay, death. That's the Blood Bowl spirit. Turn 6 for the Gunner Gitz. And now that ball of chain is going to slowly make its way back to the line of scrimmage. Is he going to... don't hit your own Looney. He definitely moved to the left there. Gotta get to have the ball on their own 4-yard line. Another thing to consider with this Goblin team, they are a stunty team. These Goblins have the right stuff. The Trolls have a throw teammate. He can chuck a Goblin down pitch for a score. He can also chuck a Goblin as a ballistic missile. Regen finally works out here, but the final Flesh Golem taken off the pitch. 1 reroll remaining here in turn number 6 for the Goner Gitz. Mr. Rocker Crocker, welcome to the stream. Death yay! Undeath boo! Goblins moving forward here. Blitz has already been spent. Looks to be repositioning this ball to the 12-yard line, maybe the 10-yard line. Yep, 10-yard line. Mr. Rocker Cracker says, I'm sad I didn't get up early for the watch party. Summer vacation means sleeping until at least 9 a.m. Hey, I respect it. Oh, no! Oh, no! Cobblestorm has done it and has removed both werewolves from the pitch. What a disaster for this Necro team. The hooligan putting in real work. Oh, that's not the foul. Come on. Come on, replay. Murder. Beautiful murder. Oh, no. Oh, no. 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 The wolf. I think the wolf is dead forever. I don't think he's coming back. I'm sorry I drew on the screen. I didn't mean it, officer. I didn't know what would happen. Turn 6 for the Discomancers. Oh, Move says, yeah, -1 movement point for one wolf strength and another one absolutely brutal indeed. Miss. I know, I'm sorry I drew. I'm sorry. Mr. Rocker Crocker demands death. Look, you're getting it. Cobblestorm said, I had some unfinished visit with that pupper dog. Failed dodge here by the Wraith. Gets through it with the team reroll. Why was a team reroll spent there? Oh, I keep forgetting it's a Wraith. He doesn't have dodge. Turn 7 for the Gunner Gitz. They're on the opposing 10-yard line. They've had a huge half so far. All thanks to Gonna Get Ethical. You know what? If he is not the MVP of this game, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be real sad. Gotta get smart, just kind of spinning around in a circle. Electric Fan says, in your defense, you barely scribbled all over him. 2-9 blitz against Electric Slide. Gets a pal here. Electric Slide's going to sidestep, but a 9+ is going to break armor. Oh no, it's another armor break. Gets a stun out of it. Electric Slide effectively out for the rest of the half. Mr. Rocker Cracker says he needs the prayer that grants SPP for fouls. Yeah, absolutely. Ajax the Riot says the same, yeah. That would have been killer. Well, perhaps literally killer. Ball advances to the 14-yard line, 16, 18, 20, to the 16-yard line, 18, 20, 22, 24. 16-yard line over in the right wide zone, and now takes some blocks. Another armor break. What a dreary, rainy game here as the Necro team is being marauded by these goblins. Ajax the Riot says, so about those team restarts. Hank the Ranger, welcome to the stream. Hank the Ranger says Ian had a decent Necro team prior to this game. 10 seconds to go for the Goner Gitz. Good 3+ dodge. Gets the assist, or it gets a teammate next to the trained troll because they're really stupid. Their Negatrade is they have to roll a d6 before activating. If they have a friendly player next to them, they succeed on a 2+. Otherwise, it's a 4+. And if they lose that roll, that Negatrait roll, they lose their action. They lose their tackle zones. Mr. Rocker Cracker says, "Dreary, I begged it." Oh no, 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 no! 9+ doesn't break armor. All right, phew. A game filled with beautiful murder. Good 3+ dodge by the Looney. The Looney's been safe all game. Turn 7 now for the Discomancers. Oh my goodness, we need... 2-9 blitz against Gotta Get Ethical. Trying to get this hooligan off the pitch and out of the game, but spends a reroll into a push. Couldn't quite make it happen. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. We need an obituary for these two wolves. Oh no. Bodie Mutt, he's still a rookie. His career is over. One minute, 5 seconds left on the clock here in turn 7 for the Discomancers. Still hanging on 2 rerolls. I think they may have given up on the touchdown here, and they're just looking for some SPP and keeping some players. Yeah, keeping some players safe. Boogie Feverish, I guess you can say, is in scoring position, but I have to imagine Boogie Feverish is just running away to safety. He's saying, "Get me out of here!" You have no idea what madness is happening. Newsletter is writing itself. Hey, there's the score. The Gotta Get on the board, 1-0. Very well done by Cobblestorm. Those werewolves not coming back. So the Necro team down to just 2 ball carriers on, on the roster. All right, tries to argue the call for the loony. The ref says, nope. Bribe's gonna be, oh, okay. I thought that was a whistle on the bribe. Oh. All right. Spent a bribe on one of the secret weapons, and the other one he successfully argued the call with the ref. Said, "Look, man, what do you mean? What do you mean it's illegal? What's illegal? What's illegal about a ball and chain? I don't understand what you're saying. Listen, look, listen. It's for my back. All right, I've got a condition where if I'm not spinning around in the circle at all times, my back collapses in on itself. I need it. Don't be ableist. I need it." The ref said, "Okay, yeah, I believe you." What's illegal about being awesome? Shavestone says we're just doctors and engineers out here. Right. 3 on the line for the gunner. Gitz. They're going to have to roll for these secret weapons. Well, no, they won't. No, they won't. Oh, man. They have so many on the roster. Oh, man. 11v8 on the pitch right here. This will be the final turn of the half, unless there's a timeout. And then the Discomancers will get a second turn here to try to score. The ref has no idea. He wasn't watching the game. He's like, "What happened?" One back to receive here. It's going to be LaFreak, the level 3 ghoul runner. I love that kick. That's great. Brilliant coaching result returns nothing to either team here. Turn 8 for the Discomancers. 2-die block on the line against the rookie. Gonna get focused. Gets power. This 8+ is gonna break armor. Yeah, Iron Cynic says he has enough to keep the secret weapons off. This game has gone very wrong for Ian. Yes, indeed. Sometimes, look, man, look. If you don't spend at least half the week, so half the week you're training on the field, right? You're pushing the sled, you're running routes, but the other half of the week you need to be at that Nuffle altar praying to Nuffle. If you're not, then you're really just doing this to yourself. Discomancers looking for some SPP. Looking for some player removals, some sort of edge they can get for the second half of this game. Gonna try to foul the troll off the pitch. Right now it's at a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And needed a 5+, rolled a 3. Oh, ain't that the way? 1-0. Connor gets in the lead, but the Discomancers will be on offense to start the second half of this game. They still didn't get back that remaining KO. So it'll be a 3-man player advantage for the Gunner Gitz, and you can bet those secret weapons are coming back on the pitch. Too bad he's wearing ballet shoes. I mean, in the game this morning, someone was wearing stiletto heels, all right? Like, you know, take notes. SB Beaver says heels is basically cleats with one big cleat. Gonna get setting up their defense here again. Those high strength guys on the line here. This time it's Varak Gulchur in the nose tackle position with that strength of 5. 5, 5, and 5 on the line. Setting up the defense with chevrons. Has to screen out this pitch against this speedier team with these 2 ghoul runners with an MA of 7. But they're only fielding 8. It's a 3-man player advantage for the Goblins. Electric Man says, was it BB Nut? No, it was BB Nut's opponent that had the stilettos. Clypheus. At least I think so. I'm pretty sure it was Clypheus that had the stilettos. Discomancer is fielding 3 on the line here, pulling that flesh golem off the line. Realizes he's out of players, so even if he wanted to, hey, we got the trapdoors. I've never seen these in effect ever. So there's going to be a trapdoor here. There's going to be a trapdoor here, and what'll happen is if a player moves onto that trapdoor space, they roll a d6 on a 1. They fall through the trapdoor as if they were surfed. Ball. Well, what I was going to say is he realized he's not only can he not get enough players on the line, but it'd still be hard with 5, 5, and 5. But he wants to make use out of this flesh golem. So instead of just having this flesh golem tied up by these big guys, pull them off the line, put them on the side here. But the ball was kicked into the hands of the flesh golems. Here we go. The flesh golem currently has the ball. The Discomancers might be okay with this. The problem is they're so slow. They're just MA4 is not a lot, and a handoff is fine because a handoff is not a roll for the ball carrier. It's a roll for the receiver. It's a catch roll. 2-die blitz over in the right wide. The right wide zone gets a knockdown here against Gonna Get Focused. Gets the 8+. Just gets the stun out of it. Plenty of movement left with electric slide. Probably comes back across the line of scrimmage here to keep this very tiny formation in check. There you can see the trapdoors have appeared. Mr. Rocker Cracker says chainsaw. It's got to be chainsing him. Unintentional chasing into chainsing pun due to my horrendous spelling. 2-9 black here in turn number 9 for the Gunner Gitz by Varag, the star player. Gets the knockdown due to the block skill. Block treats both down results. Or you can remain standing. If you have the block skill and a both down result, you can remain standing, whether you are the blocker or the blocked player. Has anyone ever seen the trapdoors ever be used? Ever be, like, effectual? I don't understand. I don't understand, like, this kickoff event. Like, why does it exist? Gotta get smart. Moves in a circle in the left wide zone. Because GW decided we needed more randomness. Chainsaw blitz doesn't break armor. Remember the loony there, when they block, they don't have to block. Instead, they can just use their chainsaw, which is a straight armor roll. Spire says, I wanted to spawn like 6 or 8 to a side. Yeah, like just the 2 here, like that. Like I don't understand the design intent with these. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, I like the prayers to Nuffle idea, but they're either too powerful or useless. Yeah. Yeah. Repositioning the defense here, applying some pressure with a significant player advantage and a strength advantage, I would argue. And now, turn 10 for the Discomancers. They're going to get a push against... Oh, they're going to spend the reroll to get the knockdown against the Looney. +3 to the armor break here. It's a 5+ effectively. Rolled a 4. Hey, the Ranger says my next Blood Bowl team build is going to be focused on utilizing trapdoors. I would love to see how you make that happen. There's that 50-50 handoff. Would have normally been a 3+ on the catch, but remember, it's the pouring rain. It's a -1 to everything involved with picking up that ball, whether it's picking it up off the ground, catching it, or trying to intercept the ball. And the ball is going to retreat the Discomancers. Just as I complain about the trapdoor. They're using the trapdoor as part of their cage. Aranus with the 10 stream streak. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. I hope I hope Cobblestorm boldly walks across that trapdoor and falls in. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, I guess GW really just decided we didn't need 2 events that can grant rerolls, but the prayers of Nuffle have not been popular. Yeah, that's like the most charitable interpretation of that I've come up with is like, well, they wanted 1 less result, so they just came up with a die roll that doesn't do a whole lot. Two-die block against Andy Gibb, the level 2 lineman. This is the kicker. Oh, the armor's broken. Andy's stunned. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, I'm running an event with a different prayer to Nuffle table, makes secret weapons better, calls it prayer to Tim the Tradesman. Eats his greens on the block. Breaks armor! Gets a stun out of it. Well done. And now a 3-die block by Varag Ghoulchewer. Gets the pal. Looking for an 8+ with Mighty Blow. Three stuns in a row here with 28 seconds to go for the Gunner Gitz. Rough game for this Necro team. Oh, there's that failed chainsaw roll. He'll spend the reroll. Spent the reroll, but failed the chainsaw roll a second time. Rolled snake eyes. And so that chainsaw kicked back on him. Broke armor, and now he's stunned. Turn 11 for the Discomancers. This is where Cobblestorm says, see? See, it can happen to me too. You think your rolls are bad. 2-die Blitz gets double pals here against Gonna Get Focused. Can he get an armor break? Something. Nope. Oh, you lost both your werewolves permanently? Well, let me tell you about the time where I snake eyes on my loony and stunned him. Turn 11 for the Gunner Gitz. Slowly starting to encroach on this offense. Still keeping a secondary in place here. You can see that the hooligan Gonna Get Ethical staying in place in the second. Oh, failed foul appearance roll. Varag's gonna lose his blitz. Boy, oh boy. Doug the Minotaur, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the sub. That's right, play Blood Bowl indeed. Good to see you. Mr. Rocker Crocker says on a 1, both teams get a random secret weapon. Then events 2 through 7 improve different weapons. And at an 8 means that Tim pays for the bribes and they cannot fail. That sounds pretty cool. Einstein says the likelihood of getting the extremes make it less annoying how the crazier events are, except for weather, sweltering heat, and rain. Easily drastically change games. I guess that is BB though. Wild swings and extremes. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, I mean, part of Blood Bowl is embracing the extremes. I concur. 33 seconds to go here in turn 11 for the Ghana Gitz. Both teams fighting for 4th place here at the end of week number 5. Mr. Rocker Cracker says, at least sweltering heat impacts both teams equally. That's true. It used to not. It used to be a die roll for everyone. Every single player on both teams. And so one team could lose like 6 players and the other could lose none or 1. Failed dodge, do a free reroll. Failed the dodge here even after the reroll, but no armor break. Turn 12 now for the Discomancers. Top of the 12th, the Discomancers have the ball on their own 16-yard line just behind that trap door. Blitz to get the turn started. 2-die blitz by Stan Alive. I'm sorry, Stan Alive? Got a foul here. Nuffle, please, Grant! Grant this man an 8+. There it is. Thank you, Lord Nuffle. See, that's what you got to do during the week. You've got to pray to Nuffle. And now the Discomancers are going to move the ball forward. They're up on their own 2-yard line right now. 2-die block on Gonna Get Off My Bud. Gets a push here. Boolectric slide on the block. Takes the block first before moving players up to try to protect the ball carrier. And there's the first player to do so. Front left corner covered by Boogie Feverish. These goal runners very fast, and strength of 3 is also pretty solid here. Strength 3 is an average strength, but when you have strength 3 on a very fast piece like that, it makes them really good. But human blitzers are the same way. Strength 3, MA7, they come with the block skill. It's pretty fantastic. That's the end of the turn. Turn 12 now for the Ghana Gitz. Final turn of the 3rd quarter coming up here. They're in the lead 1-0. They have 1 re-roll remaining. Their opponents have 3. Die blocked by Eats Greenerg. Gets a pal, look for the 8+ with Mighty Blow. There's the 8+. There's the removal. Very well done. What is that, a 4-man player advantage now? For the Ghana Gitz. there you can see the Fnatic actually can hit prone players like we talked about in the pregame. Are we waiting for a push result here? Oh no, he's done. It's just a bug. 2-9 block against Electric Slide gets a push. Wraith side steps aside. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 2-die blitz here against Boogie Feverish gets a push. Got to get healthy on the blitz. Chain pushes the ball carrier aside. The ball carrier does have sidestep. Yeah, but probably going to sidestep just back. Because you can be relatively safe. Certainly safer than try to go toe-to-toe with Varag. Turn 13 for the Discomancers. The fourth quarter begins. They're down 0-1. Can they get on the board? I think they're playing for a draw at this point. Can they pull it off? They're not out of it yet. But boy, they've had a rough time of it so far this game. They're down 4 players on the pitch. Their first block of the turn is going to be a knockdown against making friends. That's not how you make friends. It's just not. You know what? Now that I'm reading that fact, that I think that's why the Discomancers are hurting in this game. You foul that much against Pips Pippi? Are you kidding me? You had all this coming. Here's the 1-die blitz against Varag. Gonna get a push out of this. Opens up the sideline. Is he going to take it? I think he may. There it is. Running down the sideline. 2 rushes. Trying to get as far away from this nightmare as possible. Now has the ball on the opposing 16-yard line, just off that right sideline. Really doesn't want to lose possession of the ball this late in the game due to the rain. It's going to make it more difficult to pick up the ball. That ball carrier, provided they stay on the pitch, does have sure hands. They'll get a free reroll, but these ball pickups are going to be, positive ball pickups are going to be 50-50. Speed Beaver says, run away, little ghoul. There's the mark on the ball carrier before taking blocks. First block by Varag. It's going to be a knockdown on Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. No armor break, though. Stands up making friends. That's the number 11 trained troll. They both have block and Mighty Blow. 2 assists setting up for the 2-die blitz against LaFreak. 2-die blitz with the tackle skill, so he's going to negate the dodge skill as well. Dodge typically makes that defender stumble result safe. If you have dodge and defender stumbles is roll on the block, you simply get pushed rather than knocked down, but tackle negates dodge. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz. Oh, gets a push out of it, spins a reroll, got the knockdown thanks to tackle. 8+ is going to break armor. If it breaks armor, LaFreak's injured. He might be in trouble. Hank the Ranger says, I believe this is called the potato formation. Is it going to be an armor break? It is an armor break. Very well done by Cobblestorm. Ball goes out of bounds, but the crowd says, not so fast. Put this ball back in play right where it was. Got the knockdown on this injured Ghoul Runner, but the Ghoul Runner's going to stay on the pitch. Is stunned, though, so it's really not going to be effective until turn 16. Well, will be effective on turn 15. They're close enough to the end zone where it's fine. Nine seconds to go for the gunner Gitz. Plenty of time on the bonus clock. Here comes the foul on the ball carrier. 2 rushes, 1 assist on the foul. What? Boy, you know what? It is difficult. It is difficult to wield a chainsaw in the rain. All right. It's tough. one die of Byron Gulcher is going to spin the reroll here. Just looking for the push. Got the push here. Tried to foul the freak, but slipped in the rain and stunned himself with the chainsaw. 3 turns for the Discomancers. Trying to get this ball in the end zone, but they gotta hope that the Goblins don't recover this ball on turn 14. Good dodge to a 1-die blitz. I'm gonna get ethical. Got the knockdown here. Can he get an 8+ on this dastardly player, this Fowler? No armor break. Oh, he got a push because he has the dodge skill. It was an electric chainsaw. 2 die against gotta get focused. Gets a POW here. I'm just going to assume nothing's going to break armor at this point. These goblins have titanium armor. What's the stuff in Final Fantasy? Adamantium. They have adamantium armor. Three-day up on the Fanatic, because why not? You get a knockdown, he's gone. He gets a push out of this. Yeah, Final Fantasy. I mean, I know adamantium's in other properties, but Final Fantasy has adamantium armor. Turn 14 for the Gunner Gitz. They're going to try to recover this ball here. First order of business is to try to take out Boogie Feverish. And SB Beaver says, I thought that's what Wolverine was made of. Yes, he has adamantium bones. I guess that's how much of a JRPG nerd I am. My first thought for adamantium is Final Fantasy. Two-die blitz on Boogie Feverish gets a push here. All right, is the blitzer going to try to recover this ball? I don't think so. It's going to leave that tackle blitzer to be putting in some more work. I have to imagine he's coming in on the foul here. Here it is. 3 assists on this foul, it looks like. Broke armor. The ref finally calls something. The ref finally says, wait a minute, you're not doing something right. And Cobblestorm said, no, yes I am. And the ref said, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Turn 15 for the Discomancers. Oh, Lord. Oh, they're going to have to make a big play on this turn, I think. I hope they've been praying to Nuffle. Oh, 22 seconds to go for the Discomancers. Ball's currently on the ground on the opposing 20-yard line. Who's Vinzini? But Abo stabs us. Welcome to the stream. Failed the rush on the blitz. You always fail the rush. Spends a reroll. Finally gets the removal here on the hooligan. Very well done. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Oh, right, we've had this story already, or we've had this talk already. I've not seen the movie. Hey, the Ranger says other games only on turn 10 if you want to tune into that at the end of this one. Sure thing, we'll do that. Failed this 5+ pickup. It's marked and in the rain. Doesn't work out. The Necro, or the Discomancers out of rerolls. The ball's going to bounce one space towards the end zone. It's on the 22-yard line now. Gunnar gets on turn 15. Trying to fight for this win. The Discomancers trying to get a draw out of this. Get out of my chat. I'm running the show now. Yes, I've already been I've already been reprimanded for not having seen the movie. Three-die block against the Wraith. It's gonna get the knockdown here. Again, it's an 8+ with Mighty Blow. Boy, the murder. Hey, regen finally kicks in. Hooray. Yes, I know. I'm a vagabond. You can see in there in the picture-in-picture. Two-die blitz gets a push against Boogie Feverish. We're not mad at you, just disappointed. Good removal here by the Gunnar Gitz. They've all but put this game away at this point. Is anyone left? Where's the other ghoul runner? Oh, off the pitch. So all 4 effective ball carriers have been removed by the pitch. Very well played by Cobblestorm. And now Ian, does he have anybody down? Anybody that can do anything? It can't be the Wraith. I don't think so. I think that's going to be the game. That's right, found him. Wow, man. Oh, what a game this has been. One die against Electric Slide, only gets a push out of this. Does he have anyone left who can score? More like, does he have anyone left on the pitch? It's been a brutal game. Failed 3+ dodge. We'll use the reroll to try to get the safety. Can't get away. That'll be a turnover. Final turn of this game. The Discomancers have no one that can do anything. They have, in fact, 4 players left on the pitch. Being able to field 11 players is such a luxury. It's so bougie. 2-die uphill is going to be a turnover. Final turn of this game. Gunnar Gitz are going to win this one 1-0. I don't think they have anybody in scoring position for some crazy play. Oh, he just, oh, what a sport. What a hero. Just push instead. Cobblestorm chose push instead of skull. He said, you know what? I'm not going to make you suffer the skull. Nuffle says, you are going to suffer that skull. Final turn of this game. It's going to end 1-0. That's right. Nuffle does not reward you for the opponent's kindness. Oh. Oh. What is happening? What? What on earth? What is this game right now? Oh, all right. That'll be it. 1-0 is the final. Oh, we'll kick over to the other game that's being played right now. We'll catch that in the final quarter or so. And with that, the Gunner Gitz are going to advance into 4th place. Congratulations to Cobblestorm. That was a lot of fun to watch. That was really rough for the Necro team, but Ian's a great sport as always, and a great coach as well. Just didn't pray enough to Nuffle. All right, we'll catch to the end of this game before we leave for the night. Let's see where they're at. Sounds like they're going to be in about the 4th quarter. Turn 12. All right. Demos are on offense. Oh. Demos, a Skaven team. They're up against a Elven Pro Elf team here. So the Skaven team, one of the fastest teams in the game. They're pretty brittle, but these gutter runners as rookies start with MA9 and the dodge skill as well. You can see number 8 here has picked up the block skill, so as a blodger, only a POW will knock them down, unless some sort of negating skill like tackle can negate a skill. 2-die blitz over in the left wide zone. He's going to get a knockdown here against Aludrin, the red-tailed hawk. Breaks armor. Got the removal. Well done. 2-1. Demos in the lead currently. Trying to stop the score by the Birds of a Feather. Looks like the Birds of a Feather have recovered this ball on defense. Birds of a Feather with 1 minute 30 seconds on the bonus clock and 2 rerolls. There's the assist over in the left wide zone. Currently has a 2-die block. It's going to bring in another blitzer. Gets a POW here. 9+ will break armor. Frees up the ball carrier, takes a block back at center pitch, gets a push. Yeah, it looks like a thrower died. Rookie thrower. R.I.P. I didn't even draw on the screen. Wait! Do you think my power, my Telestrator of Doom power, can actually... It affects anyone playing Blood Bowl at that moment in time? It's like the Death Note. Move says, what's the injury on the Rat Ogre? It is he's just out for a week. I'm sorry, out for the match. Not so trusty Patches said, hey, but did you draw on my wolves? Listen. Listen. Look, it's not my fault. You can't blame me. I mean, maybe you can, but Lee Beaver told me to do it. Fourth quarter here for Demos. Currently in the lead, trying to stop this score. They've got 4, 5, 6, 7 on the pitch, 8 on the pitch versus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8v8 on the pitch right now. Malik considering the turn here, especially with no rerolls remaining, so action order is real critical in this part of the game. These fast, agile teams tend to be high scoring. We've already got 3 touchdowns on the board. Here's the blitz by Oprah, the number 3 blitzer. Gets the knockdown against the Osprey. Sorry, gets a dodge push against the Osprey. Double skulls against Psylord and Albatross. That'll be a turnover. Turn 13 now for the Birds of a Feather. Not so trusty Patches says, can you validate the match, please? I will indeed try to do that. Spider says it looks like the Rats may have scored a quick offensive TD in their half. Yeah, it seems that way. Where were we? Division B in the first game? Where have the games gone? Are you sure that the game needs validation? Always fail the rush. Always fail the rush. Spent the reroll, got it. It's a 2-2 ball game. I hate the sound effects for the Pro Elves. I hate it so much. Demos back on offense here for 3 turns. Going to try to get on the board here. They can absolutely do it in 3 turns. But they're up against a fast, agile team. And they've got to be careful that they don't give this ball up. Because if they do, they may lose this ball game. It's going to be 9v8 on the pitch. A 1-man player advantage for the Pro Elves. Ian may have protested the result due to the terrible ref. Three on the line for the Birds of the Feather. Three catchers and a thrower. 2 blitzers as well. 2 blitzers in either wide zone. The catchers and the thrower. They're, let's call them... Would we call them linebackers? I guess we'll call them linebackers. Again, a one-man player advantage for this Elven team. 3 on the line. Currently, well, 4 on the line for Demos. They have a journeyman here in black. Cobblestorm says, gotta get off my butt. Random jump up before this match and sprint after. Nick Satan has a halfling who random sprint and sure feet. I think that should just be illegal. Here's the kick. Solid defense. Gets a 1 on the D3. 4 players can reposition here for the Birds of a Feather, but I don't know if they will. They may. They may just pull up to the line over on the left side. But they do have to contend with 2 gutter runners. There's 13 spaces between the line of scrimmage and the end zone. Or I shouldn't say between. There's 13 spaces to, or from the line of scrimmage to the end zone. Gutter runners have an MA of 9 with 2 rushes. That's 11 spaces. So just 2 more spaces can get them into the end zone. Sprint at an extra point of MA can absolutely do that. Or it's just some pushes. Deep kick here for the Birds of a Feather. Looks like they're might be playing for the draw here. I think if you thought you could win, maybe you'd kick it a little shallower here. I recognize they don't have a kicker. Turn 14 for Demos. Ball's on the 20-yard line. Takes a mark with the number 7 gutter runner. Here's the blitz over in the left wide zone. 2-die blitz gets the pal, looking for a 9+ against the Golden Eagle, the number 2 blitzer. Gets the knockdown. He sidesteps forward, so he'll probably stay put on the blitz. No armor break. Not so trusty Patches says, oh dear, Count Luther and Wilhelm Chaney is missing from BB3. That was, I know Chaney wasn't in the game, and I don't know why. Like, I mean, I understand they can only do so much, and there's probably a schedule and stuff, but it does suck that Chaney's not in the game. Hank the Ranger says, is this the game with lightning shoes, and is he out there? This is the game with lightning shoes. And it doesn't look like he's actually on the roster anymore. Three plus pickup by the thrower. Oh, he's gonna pass right. Oh, this is scary. I can't believe that. The long pass worked out, but Butterfingers McGee over here, the number 8 gutter runner, couldn't catch the ball on a 2+. Turn 14 for Birds of a Feather. They have a real shot at winning this game. Oh, yeah, he may be injured. You're right. Gonna get sticky fingers. 2-die block gets Oprah. There's a pal. Blitz still on the table against that gutter runner. Gutter runners only have an MA of 2. Although it is a blodger, but he can free this ball up. Just straight up picking up the ball on the blitz. Says, excuse me, I need to pick this ball up and punch you in the face with it. Got the stun, and now the Birds of a Feather are in possession of the ball, and they may be able to pull out a victory here. Tried to jump up for a block instead of a blitz. The blitz was already declared. But if you have jump up, normally it costs you 3 MA to stand up. If you have jump up, it costs you nothing to stand up, which means you might be able to block instead of blitz, but you have to roll a D6 for it. Two-die block against Octavia Spencer gets the knockdown here. Failed the 2+ dodge. That'll be a turnover. 2 turns left for Demos. Can they recover this ball and score? I don't know if they can recover the ball. I mean, I guess they could. Oh, with no rerolls left, these blocks on the line scare me. Standing up players, but taking no actions. Oh, it's turn 15. Demos might be just playing for the draw at this point. Journeyman. I don't know where he can really go. He's going to retreat and move over to the left. Failed the rush. Turn 15 now for the Birds of a Feather. They are certainly going to move this ball down pitch. And now Demos are just trying to stop the score here and get out of this game with a draw. Yeah, but it would have to be a pass now. I granted his thrower is still there and can still pass, and that's still fine. He's got no rerolls. But you're right. I shouldn't count him out. Well, now I won't count him out. All right. So turn 16 for Demos. Is he going to dodge for the 2-die blitz? One assist by the Gutter. It looks like it's going to be a 3+ dodge by Oprah for a 2-die blitz. Oh, boy. He's got to hope for a good bounce on this. Blitz by the thrower. You know what? I think this is not bad. Blitz by the thrower. Doesn't have the reroll, unfortunately. This is going to be a push. Can still try to knock this ball loose here. Has to pray to Nuffle. Ugh, takes a block on the right side of the line, gets the knockdown. Number 12 is free to get in on this scrum. Yep, there he goes. Marking elves in case this goes sideways. Are there any elves left that can score? I don't think so. I think the Moes have done their job defensively, and now it's just... Ah! No! Got the pow on the catcher, too. Oh, I'm going to be heartbroken if this is a good bounce. It's fine. Bounce into the hands of the blitzer. Turn 16 for the Birds of a Feather. This one's going to end 2-2. Old Grimmer Mike asks, who died? One of the throwers. This rookie thrower, number 8. Boob says you should have marked them with the line rat, taking a 2-die with the blitzer and not followed. That scatter would have given a jump over prone body 3+ to a 2+ pickup, 2 rushes to score, a long shot, but it was still a bit, or would have been possible. Two-die on Octavia Spencer here, gets the knockdown. Looking for some SPP at this point. Electric Man, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. 30 seconds left in the ball game here. Birds of a Feather looking for SPP. They're going to end the week in 4th place, picking up a draw here. 2-die blitz against the Gutter Runner. 8+ is a good choice for a blitz. 8+ will break armor. Doesn't get it. One die on the thrower will be a push. It's going to push into a potential another block here. There it is. Got the PAL this time again, looking for the 8+. Think that's going to be the game. There it is. 2-2 final in this game that we caught a little over a quarter of. It was a fun one to watch. Well done by both coaches. And that's going to do it for week 5. So with that draw, the Birds of a Feather are going to bump ahead into 4th place here. Congratulations to Galeshi. Malik's going to pick up a draw here. And those are worth a point. So well done. And we'll take a look at, well, actually, we won't take a look at the schedule because there's nothing left on the schedule. That was the end of week number 5. So that'll do it. Week 6 will begin tomorrow. And when coaches will begin scheduling their games for week number 6 of 9 in regulation. And when those games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. And you know what? Yeah, thank you, SSP Beaver. Thank you for the link there. If you want to come hang out with us in our Discord, you know, we talk shop in there. All our coaches hang out there. And you can hit me up and you can say, hey, Ava, I want to participate in the next competition. I'll put you on the list, and when registration opens, I'll give you instructions on how to do that. It's dead easy to do. We'd love to play with you. We love playing this game. We love sharing this game with people. Play Blood Bowl, man. This game is so incredibly fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store. Until week 6, everybody. Take care. Have a great night. I am done for the day. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.